I'm on the mend.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I think it was COVID, even if it didn't.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. It was COVID. I had all the symptoms of COVID, but it was negative on the test. But I might have taken them too late or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a cold. 3-4 days.
It was way worse than a regular cold.
It wasn't bronchitis, right? It wasn't in your chest, was it?
It was my nose and chest, and I had fever, and it was everything.
Okay. So
in one go.
Probably it was COVID.
Yeah, but now I think I've had it twice, but I tested negative both times. So there's something wrong with me. I'm not compatible with the test or something.
It could have been just a plain old.
That might have been the flu too. Yeah.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on the World War II
My voice is slowly coming back, so yep.
Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign.
What's up, everyone?
All right, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do
Everyone's
that?
Doing well.
I have the right tools for the job.
Gary said when we got to his article, he may come on. I'm like, well, your article's in number 25. We may get there, so.
Yeah. We've been stopped, but it will be awesome. He can come on anytime.
Yeah. So, it'll be close, but I think we may get there.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from Rick, so my guess is that he's swamped at work because the guy who he's covering for someone still.
Yeah.
That's just my thought.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing for work.
Well, he's a security guard, he says. But I think his the guy who works with him had a death in the family. I don't know if he's back.
Once spoken is ageless. The dungeon imagined.
Let's see, we're starting on 21. Okay, thank you.
Most courageous. The tree that endures has to bend. From stillness, the mad mage is stirring. From countless voices, the castle takes shape. Zagig will test the enduring. Those unlucky will never escape.
Thanks, darling. Hey, Michael. Yes. Lots of Frog Hunt giveaways, man. In fact, a lot to keep track of, but we'll figure it out. That'd be awesome. Patrick, I think I got 3 books from you. Treasures. I thought I was going to be running behind today. Hi. On the table for tomorrow night. Special event. And we got probably have a doubleheader event on Saturday.
Yeah?
We used to have the Saturday morning game with the ever mysterious Tim DMing. trying to get too much done here. Multitasking again. I shouldn't be, but I am. Wrong one.
POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my ready, set, encounter box, and boom, awesome. Everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our great dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready, Set, Encounter live now on Kickstarter. POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my Ready, Set, Encounter box, and boom, everything I needed for an epic session. Adventure hooks, map tiles, loot tables, stat blocks, and miniatures, all ready to go. My players still think I spent hours planning our great dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready, Set, Encounter live now on Kickstarter.
Last summer spell here today, yesterday, so we've been 19 degrees yesterday and today. We have our Santa Anas, they come in insane late summer, and we get like desert winds come in from Death Valley from the northeast, and we get them, and it's this time of year it's actually awesome because it's like it's a little bit too hot in a couple hours, but mornings and evenings are awesome. Yeah.
21 to 25.
I don't know if we'll get to 25.
Well,
that's good. That's good.
These are some beefy issues we're about to talk about.
They are. 25 is Gary Seeker's article in it, so I'm going to try to get to it. But if we don't, there's always next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've skipped the order before.
Yeah. Yeah, we can skip 24 if we have to. We'll just see. That's if he said he wanted to come on and discuss it, so... I'm just sending him another message. What's up, Keith? Long shot. See Jeremy tomorrow night. Right. Give me 1 second.
So I was rereading some of these Oerth journals today, and I almost feel half embarrassed sometimes going over these because, like, I don't remember the articles as well as I think I should.
Yeah, same here. When I was thinking, I know I've read this at least once before, but I read them at least twice because I read them when they came out, and then I read like 10 years ago or something when I moved to California. I read them again, and now I still don't remember. Like, oh, why the heck didn't I see this? And why this is so interesting? And yeah,
I feel like I need to do my own like index or something to really familiarize myself with the content, because there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and reference in stuff I wrote.
Yeah. And also for me, it's that I realized that I've I understand the setting so much more. I've learned more about GREYHAWK the last 10 years than I did the previous 40 or 35 or something. So or the last 5 years. So now I'm way more of an expert. I mean, my knowledge level of GREYHAWK has increased way more the last few years than it did in many decades leading up to this. So yeah.
So last week when we were going over that Oerth journal, I think it was 18, the one with my old article.
Yeah.
That you did a map for.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of your early map runs, right?
Yeah.
Like, when did you start doing those maps?
I started doing the map. The oldest part of it is from 1996.
Oh, so way before.
Yeah, that's the
2000.
oldest part, so to speak. But I took a long time to work on it, and it was small because it was on my little Pentiums. It was small little bits at a time, and that's the oldest part that are still on the map, so to speak.
I married in 96. Oh my God, that's 29 years ago.
Yep, that's when I started.
Start a week of at least 4 streams, maybe 5.
Wow.
Yep. We're talking about that. Plus our annual Halloween special tomorrow night. So having some fun this week. So let's get into some Earth journals with GREYHAWK, Mike, and Anna, right?
Yep. I need to take a cough drop, and my voice is starting to come back a bit. So yeah, I'm able to sit up without my
still under the weather.
Yeah, half under the weather. So I'm
from
getting
the convention.
There. Oh yeah. After the convention, I got like some nasty bug. I rolled a nat 1 on my Concrud save, so it was really bad. Yep.
So I'm gonna bring them up here. That's what. See, I did forget to do something. I forgot to. They're in the folder preset, but they're not. They weren't ready to go. Concrud. Yeah. Well, this sounds worse than Concrud. Concrud, you get the cold and stuff, and you feel like crap. It sounds like either.
Oh yeah, this was everything. Yeah, it was probably COVID, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Whoever Mike, whoever King 8515 is, we're on, Mike.
Oh, I need to.
Who's that?
Yes, a couple of my friends from my game group are watching. So here we go.
Well, cool, King. Please follow the stream so you know when it's on. I mean, Mike's on almost every Wednesday night, so yes, you get his loveliness every Wednesday. So
I told him if they need a good nap, they can tune in.
That's a fun discussion.
Oh, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to see them again with Gary Kahn and stuff. That was, yeah.
Okay. So, well, we got through 20 Earth journals so far in, 4 weeks or whatever, doing this on and off. So, it's a good thing. Good thing. There's the ad for tomorrow, but we'll talk about it later. Revenge of the Overgore.
No Rick today?
Rick never responded at all.
Okay.
Now, Gary said to me, I can come on for this when this hits Seekers. I said, well, we may hit it today at 25. And that was last time I talked to him. So I sent him another message saying, I'll make sure we get to it if you want to come on like after 8 Eastern. So we'll see. Yep. But I think Rick is really tied up. I think he's got the person he works with had a serious family issue, and so he's not available. That's my thought on it. I almost hit a wrong button here. I almost froze there. It didn't. 1 sec here. There we go. Home campaign lore? What's that?
That's talking about my Parenting campaign.
How many people are playing in it currently?
That would be 5. Good.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Or 4.5 if you ask some people.
So, Earth Journal 21, we're in March 2007, which is running near the end of the Living GREYHAWK era, which only goes through 2008. And 3rd edition only goes through 2008, right? So we're getting close to the end of that era. And then the dying times, maybe, right? After this.
Dying times.
You did miss your last week in first 2 articles in Earth Journal, Sam. You did. You did. Look, they call you art director and all master in this, Mike.
Yeah. I mean, you acquire titles every issue.
Once again, guys, if you weren't here last week, I'm the art director on these magazines, and I did zero work. I contributed art, but I think Rick was really doing double duty on that as editor and art director.
BB, but you gotta remember, Pearland's on the left side of the map, so it's fine.
No. Oops.
Yeah, we had the discussion on the one article of yours, Sam, which did not sound like you at all. And it was really bizarre. And I forget which one it was, but it was like shocking. Some of the stuff it did said, this doesn't sound like Sam now, you know? So I am so far over. I got to go this way. I got to move this way. Okay. I didn't put my auto adjust in today on my camera, and it's driving me crazy. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. Middle face. Both of them actually were a little weird. Middle face was tough to even follow. It was tough to follow, man. It was like a mix of all the stuff together and all. It was cool, but it just was too much work for me to do, you know, but that's okay. But, hey, man, it's all good. First writings in there, so there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Cool. All righty. So Rick is still editor-in-chief here during this. Thanks, Saturn. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is definitely this next couple issues is Rick at his height for sure.
Yeah, exactly. These are Rick's when he was at his best game.
Classic D&D reprint giveaway. Just make sure you're followed if you because they won't pull you if you're a non-follower and you get in the drawing. Just a little hint there. Hypothetical approach to Ice Age covering was so this is the first time that Ice Age Earth shows up. Interesting.
Yeah, this is up my alley. I like this article a lot. It goes into speculating about history, climate, catastrophes, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. It's a very speculative, deep dive, bringing up ideas. I love this kind of work. Yeah. So hats off to Creighton for doing this. Yeah.
Yeah. When I reread this one, I'm like, wow, this is like something I would have wrote.
Yep. I love this too. So, yeah.
All righty. So,
it's funny. I've read it, took inspiration from it that kind of repercolated years after, and I didn't realize it. So a lot of my ideas come from here without me even realizing it. So yeah.
Rezane Greycloak. I'm assuming he made that name up.
My guess is he did. Yeah.
Series of lectures.
Cool. Yeah.
So
and it's ideas about climate, history, ancient history, and stuff like that. So it's really cool. He builds. Yeah, builds ideas, underpinning things, possibilities, and stuff like that. Exactly, the kind of speculation I love to do. Yeah,
it's a great summary of GREYHAWK Flamas prehistory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. Seen any? I'm just looking to see if there's any like bullet points that are like jump out at me. Yeah.
Cairns of the Cairn Hills. Yep.
What's that? I'm just reading.
Cairns of the Cairn Hills is one bullet point. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if he's to the bullet points already. There's a thing in there that talks about the ice caps. Okay. Because the article eventually gets around to talking about polar ice caps. So in the north, you got Telchuria and the south, you have Polaria. And I find it interesting. It's from this 590 CY perspective of geography or whatever. And then, so I kind of looked this up in preparation for this, and then I found that Antarctica in our own world was discovered in 1820.
Yep.
So it's like, would have been interesting, I'm not saying, Earth and Oerth, are equivalent in each and everything, but it's just kind of,
meaning it took until 1820 for humanity to discover a continent. Yeah.
Well, so like who discovered Polaria? That's what I want to know.
Right.
Yeah. That there were ideas that there were a southern continent long before, but no one was sure because we couldn't go there before then. So yeah.
There's Gary.
Gary, if you want to hop on like 8:30.
Yeah.
So in an hour and 23 minutes, I promise we'll do Earth Journal 25 and get your
and
secrets.
And it's cool when if you dig into Earth and climate, one of the big differences or specialities with Earth is that both the northern and the southern polar areas are land masses and not oceans. And that means that when they build up ice, the ocean level lowers, meaning the North Pole on Earth is mainly water. So most of the ice that assembles there simply pushes, it doesn't affect the sea level. But on Earth, when the Hyperborea or Polaria or Telchuria, whatever you call it, when ice builds there, then that lowers sea level because that builds on land, so it doesn't.
Okay.
It's not buoyant, so to speak. So that's one of the big differences on Earth. So when it gets cold on Earth, the ocean falls much better. And then you have the actual tilt is bigger. So the seasons are bigger. So that means that you have bigger differences between spring and fall or summer and winter. And you also have bigger difference between hot and cold climates. So you have bigger, wilder swings, which I think is cool in a fantasy world.
And the article does, or the author voice in the article says it's generally accepted that the weather's controlled by magic.
Yeah.
As well.
Yep. So you can, and then you can add that on top of it, and you have a recipe for some really cool campaign world building, and you can tie it into some awesome stuff. Yep.
Well, I want to read this bullet point right here. 8,000 years ago. I don't know if there's any history that long ago. A great war raged.
Depends. We've had previous, remember, first or the second of Earth Journal, we had a long that went back like 15,000 years ago.
Right.
So we had a couple of
keep reading.
But you gotta, exactly. Yeah. Two mighty civilizations were locked in a struggle, not for victory, but for their survival of this war. Little evidence remains except for the Doom Grinder.
Yes.
Dang.
There you go, Jay. Here you go.
Without the meddling of a clan of Madera, records of this titanic conflict would perhaps never have resurfaced in the planets.
Yep.
Interesting. I found that very, very interesting. So, yep. All right. Yeah. And so there's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, he's got stuff that's, here he's talking about the pinnacles of Azarauk, right?
Yep.
Also talking about some foul race of demon worshipping troglodytes.
That sounds cool.
3,000 years ago.
It's a lot of stuff. It goes all over the globe.
Right. Yeah. And stuff that there's no canonical evidence for, but just that, it kind of sounds cool, right? Right. Like, that's it, Gary. So this is like ancient history here.
Trying to establish that the Sewell have the oldest calendar, but who taught them to do that?
Right, exactly. 2,500 years ago, the Tuve wandered the savanna and lower jungles of Monoland. So, yeah,
relatively recent.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ancient history stuff here that is.
That's one of the things I like about Creighton Broadhurst or any of his fellows writers. They were always very thorough and did their research into the GREYHAWK lore.
Good Easter egg references and stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right. But he doesn't say like so.
Yep.
I'm just looking to see if when it goes.
Yeah, Gary, I agree with you. I want to have it like the major ice age 5,000 to 7,000 years ago, and then there was like a small little one 3,000 years ago that was kind of a dip in between, so to speak. Yeah.
So like the Younger Dryas.
Yeah, we have like these kind of small little pseudo ice ages in between. So then big severe ones in between there. So yeah.
We had the little ice age all the way up to 1890, right?
Yeah, there were good medieval times. There were one too when the North Sea froze over once in like the 1400s or something like that.
I'm going to mention it now.
Yeah.
Before Anna does, but Anna did an ice age map. of the
Oh yeah,
planets.
exactly. I've done a warm map of Earth and
But
a
I
cold map. Yep.
don't know what year you
No, I didn't put them
places
here.
at.
That was more like a concept. If there were a
Concept.
warm, what would the map of the planet look like, and a cold age, and then you could kind of work from there. Yeah, yeah.
Well, according to this, there's a map that someone did, and it's 8,000 years old, according to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's right? You know, there are no maps in the ice ages of ours of 10,000 years ago. There's pictures, but there's no maps really, right?
Well, I made my and I also did the an analysis of if you want to build a stable place to build a city or an empire that will be stable across the whole climate cycle, where would that be? And then I started putting up the places where you build a city, and both Rossi's, Enstead, GREYHAWK City, and several others are those places that will be, which I think is really, really cool, that they are climate stable over the long cycle, so to speak. So it makes sense that the Urflan knew where they were doing, and the elves knew where they were placing stuff, and so on.
Yeah. Thing with all this is you can have fun with it because
yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
They can argue with you, but no one's right, no one's wrong because there's no canon on it. There's a published source.
You should build something that could be an interesting backstory to build more myths and cool stuff.
Side question, Anna.
Yeah.
Our friend Eric.
Yeah.
Remember Eric? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, does GREYHAWK have a flood myth?
No, not that I've heard of, but I think it's because if you have ice ages, because then the planet gets drier and colder, so the oceans sink. But then you will kind of the back flip side of an ice age is a flood age, so to speak. So everybody who kind of lived over during the ice age, they will have a flood myth because then all of a sudden the oceans come back again. So I would say definitely that there is. And I think we have one pseudo because we have the first Baklunish Empire was according to legend, was a seagoing empire, and then that I have it as I have that during the warm period after the ice age or before that mini ice age. After the big ice age, during that flood era, that's when the warm period, that's when they have, and then come the mini ice age. And then that's when the first Baklunish Empire fell apart and stuff like that. So yeah.
Waterworld, yeah.
That's a great movie. Kevin Costner going around.
No, it's not that much, but one of the key bit that a lot of people complain about is the huge continent, that Oerth is so big, and during the warm period, then Oerth will be split up into 3 or 4 parts. So that means that whatever you want, and also there will be a difference in map that way. But yeah.
So GREYHAWK doesn't have a prehistory flood myth.
No,
but it does have a flood prophecy.
Exactly. And we have like hinted at, if you start looking at, meaning the Baklunish Empire was, according to at least some sources, was a maritime empire up north, and that to me sounds like there was way more water up there than it is lately. So yeah. So it's one of these things that is fun to speculate with, that you can build fun stuff out of if you want to.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. Sam Hawk, maybe.
Wait, I did. Yes. Aha, there you go. So good, Sam. You already covered it. Yeah. But hats off to Creighton Broadhurst. It's an excellent article that wakes a lot of interesting things to life, so to speak.
All right,
and he has also a complete iced over. He talked about isostasy, the snowball Oerth, which is also an interesting one. It might be a little bit boring.
I've never heard of.
Exactly, but it's kind of boring if the whole planet is one biome. It might be a little bit boring if for 500 years to only run cold adventures, but it's a cool way to have in ancient history, maybe. Yeah. Fear the new canon. Yeah.
So many seasons of that of that train going around in the ice world. What was it called? I can only do 1 or 2 episodes of that show.
Yeah.
And the movie was even worse. Oh my God. I'd kill my yeah. Yeah. And Ed Harris was the main bad guy in the original movie. So
okay.
Yeah. Fun. All right. Trenaport.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, about maybe I don't want to go in. We're going over to Earth Journals. If we don't start moving along, we'll never get to 25. So yeah.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah.
So this is Sampo's first. First time I've seen him in here. Nick
Sampo
Silverstone.
Harla. Yeah.
So where is this?
I was just going to say, yeah.
South Province.
Yeah. It's in.
Is it on the
on
map
your
now?
way?
Yep, it's west of Primp. It's on the Elissa, on the South Relmore Bay, on the Elissa Plains coast, east of Onval. Yep.
Man, supposed to be on your way to Greyhawk.
Yeah, if you come from Primp, you can go along the coast. It's the next hop over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the major ports in Elissa, United Kingdom of Elissa. Yeah. The western port there.
Is that the area they had? I think it is for Living Greyhawk, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
I get this confused with Neri, which was ID, and all that other BS that all that went around. So
but Trendeport is and it's perfectly logical for a port city to be in that location. So it makes perfect sense. So it's definitely a good place.
Thankfully, that Water World is not a Greyhawk thing. I would have.
Yeah.
I'd be playing Forgotten Realms right now. That.
Ed will be happy. So
yeah. Well,
you can always retreat back to and
that
flee
would have been
to
enough for me. Having Greyhawk Water World. Oh my god. So this article follows the timeline and events of the Living Greyhawk campaign. That's what I thought. So it goes up to 597 is the current year, which is when
597.
Yeah,
so
1 year
at the end of the
before
campaign.
2007, 597. Yep, it corresponds. So yeah.
Well, we are at the end of tail end of the Living Greyhawk campaign. So yeah.
I know nothing about Chernoport. Chernoport's proximity and Naira on the Iron Lake states of Iron Gate and Onwall's men has long been a well-garrisoned naval port. Is this made up or is this already on the map?
I think it's made up in that sense. I don't think it's on the Darlene map, but it was made up for the Living Greyhawk campaign, I think.
And it wasn't. It didn't appear until Living Greyhawk. That's what. That was my question.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It might have been mentioned somewhere earlier on in some module somewhere, but it's But to me, it's good because it makes sense. It's logically placed and all that. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Sheltered Bay. There's the map.
Yep.
That map reminds me of the Highport map too much.
Yeah, the problem is that most people seem to just take it, but the good thing is that at least the coastline is not straight with so at least they made a little bit of a attempt, so to speak. But
yeah, we're still in 3rd edition Paizo Hawk era with a year to go.
Yeah,
Paizo Hawk.
Yeah,
crazy that it comes up on us so quickly.
Yeah,
like that's almost 20 years ago. Jeez.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
It's scary. It's scary when you think about it that all that was gone in a drop of a hat, and it's been 17 years, right, since we've had any but we've had Eric on and we've done a lot of stuff, but like Expeditions is 17 years old.
Yeah.
So
well, the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer is 25 years old. Yeah.
Yep, we're all getting old.
Yep.
I don't want to go bloviate off on a subtopic, but on the one Greyhawk Adventure site, there was a post about WotC's never going to do anything for Greyhawk again, right? And then everyone's like, nope. And I'm like, I'm just like, will you guys all shut up?
Well, they already have, so yeah. So
yeah, I mean,
I think they will sprinkle out things forever to Greyhawk now and then to keep the copyright. Yeah. If nothing else, yeah. But I like this article is good in that sense that it adds some cool detail. Yeah, it adds some really believable detail that is cool, that fills in a void on the map with some cool stuff.
That's what that's what Melkot did. That's what Altamira did. That's what a lot of places have done.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So hats off. I think it's good. And there's a couple of other Tusk, for instance, that is the Ice Spire is that little lighthouse on the west there too, southwest.
Yeah, so the magazine has like an ice theme to it.
Yeah.
For the most part, cold.
Yep. But this isn't a cold area.
But
not really. It's medieval. It's Mediterranean climate, so it's not particularly cold.
So it doesn't snow there ever.
Or maybe in a really hard winter, it might be around frosty, but not more than that. But Icefire is a different, so it's something went haywire there. Yep.
Okay. And they got a lot of the Corels worship there, which is cool.
Yeah.
Tenaport Hinterlands. So it's a coast road. Okay. So it's like cliffy.
Yeah, it's probably
It's got cliffs
I don't know
over.
exactly what. Yeah, so it's
Tusk.
But most coastlines around the planet are kind of at least partially difficult, so to speak.
Except where I live.
Yeah, there are some exceptions. Like the Netherlands and where you live and a few other places are old floodplains and sandy beaches as far as the eye can see. So
and that's why we have the Pine Barrens, because it's all grew in the frickin' sand all those years ago.
Yep.
All right. Intrigues and whispers. The Alessian warship Pride of Gernot returned from long range reconnaissance mission with the captured Scarlet Brotherhood ship in tow. First of all, that's probably impossible. I'm just kidding.
What do you mean?
Of course they do. So
of course they. No. Sevener, he is a good opponent to Scarlet Brotherhood, and he gives as much as he takes. That's my view on it.
It's a Trojan horse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think Sevener, he's as much of a problem for Scarlet Brotherhood as the other way around.
Okay.
Especially at this time, so to speak, when we're this far into the.
It's suspected that foreign agents from the Scarlet Brotherhood, Ernst, Nyron, and Allwall have infiltrated Trenaport. Well.
Yep.
With your friends comes many enemies.
Yep.
All right. Gajak Ilkhan of the Shakik Horde.
Yeah.
Michael Johnson.
Tiger Nomads.
Mm-hmm. That's cool that they get some love. Yeah.
Anyone know who Michael Johnson is?
No.
I don't know.
The Olympic sprinter named Michael Johnson, the one who ran the 400 and with the golden shoes? Yeah, in the early 2000s. He ran like fastest 200 before Usain Bolt came. I think it was.
Would that be cool if you have an Olympian in our
I highly doubt it, but you never know.
Yep.
So, all right. I don't know anything about the Tiger Nomads. Rarely use them, but this seems to be a good story in the background.
Yeah. And some illustration and stuff here too. So yeah.
Some background stories.
Mm-hmm.
In the foreword by Rick, he says that Michael Johnson was a contributor to his old GREYHAWK page, his personal the Duicarthan site. So it must be a friend of his.
Okay. That's what stinks with not being able to have Rick on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yeah, because he has some of the backstories of the how things came into the magazine. Because he's the one that collected it and worked with the people. So yeah. And Michael did this next article as well.
Gotcha.
Rogues Gallery, Cayenne Telva.
So it sounds like I use here with this is a feign ally of the Tiger Nomads. I wouldn't suspect that.
Yeah. So this one's also kind of set somewhere like post Greyhawk Wars, post Living Greyhawk.
Yeah.
And yeah, this new Ilkhan of the Tiger Nomads, he's not a nice guy. His father hated IUs.
Right.
And they drove out, even in the article, it says they killed Jumper. When I saw that, I'm like, what? They killed Jumper, the wizard?
Maybe that happened in their campaign.
Yeah, that's what the feeling I started to get was, oh, maybe this is campaign material they adapted. But then after his father dies, then Gaztak, he becomes friends with IUs. So
yeah. Might be a thing that IUs is trying to, because IUs has problems with the wolf nomads. So IUs might want to befriend the tiger so he can split those two so he doesn't have to fight. Because for IUs, it might be a problem if the wolf and tiger nomads both hate him, becomes his enemies. Then it's a problem. So he might want to divide and conquer that way. So he might be very friendly to the tiger nomads just to get to the wolf nomads.
Okay, so Sam says no, it is definitely living GREYHAWK lore that they just.
They didn't kill Jumper though, dude. I don't know anything about. I mean,
I didn't hear about that either.
No, me neither.
But then again, everyone dies in Living GREYHAWK, so.
Yeah. Well, Usian Wizards seem to run into trouble at times. It was a patch that was chopped up into pieces,
unless it happened in the Gourd books. Sam says there's some Gourd books.
Okay.
Maybe that's where Jumper.
I can't remember Jumper these from. Well, maybe I need to read the Gourd books too. So that's the other thing. I need to read them too. Oh, I read them twice, but when they came out and then once later. But it's like the Oerth journals. I forget about things after 10 years. Yeah.
So they both.
Eric is right. There's a bit in there about the Jade Mask, which is an ogre magi that works for him. I saw that too, and I'm interested in anything about ogres.
Yeah, now I feel like these areas could be really cool for adventure and stuff. I would love to run Wolf Nomad, whatever, up there somewhere because it's cool. It's skirmishy and there's some cool monsters and possibilities and stuff. So yeah.
Interesting. Huh. If that's a picture of him, he kind of looks like a traditional Plains Indian to me.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah, I think the Tiger Nomads are more. I always thought of them as more Mongol.
I'm not the art director. I'm telling you.
But on the other hand, it's sometimes tough to go too far away from real world Earth analogs. But I want to have them not so much based straight from something on Earth.
I always say they're probably heavy tattooed and maybe shave all their heads and who knows. Volcan of the Shakri Cord. Okay. So what's his Fighter 10 Illusionist 2, The Wonders of 3rd Edition.
They definitely are illusions.
24 strength. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get a healthy dose of Rick's 3.5 edition stat block creation.
Here's another one. Kay and Telva. Fourth son of the High Family of Verbalbank in spring of 433.
An elven character.
What's that?
An elven character.
Yeah, and it sounds like he was he did the Slave Lords adventures.
Yes, it's the narrative is all Slave Lords.
Feels like Cunning Halfling Road named Blodgett here and Brilliant Wizard. Those names sound familiar. Dread Delgath sounds familiar. Fanster, that sounds familiar too.
Sam could probably answer this, but I'm just going to come out and say it's probably the pre-gen characters from the Slave Lord series.
Yeah, that might be.
They're see, yeah,
yep.
So basically, he took this and he threw this created character in, or is this this character is this character one of the pre-gens? Yeah, I think it's I think it's A through A1 through A4. So we don't know. I'm just looking to see here. Okay, even tells if it says anything else. No, it looks like they went all. This is the Slavers 2nd edition. Because look, under the Theg Narlet is in here. And then they sailed away from the island on the Slaver galley, watered down just to the island's volcano known as Earth Dragon captured, destroying Suderham and killing all his. So interesting. It's probably both. Hey, Bones. It's probably both. A mix of a hybrid of both those. All right. Fighter 1, Wizard 6, Spell Sword 6. Those were the days. All right, here comes a Rick article. The Colorless Spire of Frozen Shadow. Oh, it's an adventure.
Yeah, he has some really snazzy titles, I tell you.
Yep.
Shall I check? Remember all the ones last week I ran? I don't think I ran this one. But then I said that with one of the other ones.
There's no way you ran this module.
No?
This is 15th level.
Probably not. But I've done weirder things. Let me just type in and do a search.
I bet you haven't ran anything as weird as this module.
Oh, is it crazy?
Advanced Spell Warped Remora CR set 14. That sounds fairly warped to me.
Nothing's showing up. Nothing's matching on this one.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So the premise on this one is to put it bluntly, a flying saucer crashes in the city of GREYHAWK. And there's some old guy, human guy in there, and then the city tasks the player characters figure out where it comes from.
It lands in the city. It just so happens to nail the city limits.
Wow. Yeah, like runs right into the city walls. And the craft is pre-programmed to take then the passengers back to its origin point, which happens to be in the land of black ice. Now, obviously, there's a lot more background lore on this that Rick writes, probably like 1 or 2 pages worth. Suffice to say, it's quite an epic
yeah, there's a CR17 villain here that seems really cool. Yeah.
Huh.
The zine, wow.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, I even own that Time of the Comet box set. Not that I've ever used it, right? Whatever, with the flying ships and all, and we've all done.
We have it CR20 plus on the one of the other villains here. So yeah.
So it's more Magitech thrown in GREYHAWK, much like Doom Grinder or Barrier Peaks.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I have some cool names and some cool stuff here. Yeah.
Well,
and it comes with some maps at the end.
The more we find out about, early stuff, now that Jim Ward's gone, it sucks. But they were on Starship Warden. Warden Kanan was on there all the time, adventuring. And Jim Ward killed him 6 times in that adventure. Yeah, it's fairly long here. So what's the premise?
That I'm not entirely certain.
Anyone looking at this?
There's a new artifact, the Staff of Black Ice in there, which is kind of cool.
You're definitely just going through some ancient tower buried in the ice.
Right.
There's some backlunar sorcerer stuff going on. And a connection to Ayu's, cult of Ayu's involvement, of course. So the PCs might just be tracking it just because it's magic lore that the city wants to know about. It might be that simple. But it's high level, and it's not the highest level module that Rick will put in Oerth Journal, as you will find out next issue. Yeah, so 15th level is,
Well, each to each his own.
That's what he specializes in, those epic stuff.
Yeah. This is this adventure right here, whatever this is. A spaceship crashes into GREYHAWK City.
It's you have to give it to him that is at least GREYHAWK themed. It happened before GREYHAWK. So
Rick was here to explain his own module because I'm not doing it justice.
Yeah.
I'm just really putting it bluntly.
It's not what I want to run, but but we have to give it to him that this is GREYHAWK themed. Yeah. It happened before, so we just need to figure out who the heck sends these spaceships to come to Earth every few hundred years or something.
It might be a one of a kind.
Yeah. And then we have another awesome comic at the end here. Yeah.
Oh yes, which is wintry themed as
One
well.
night camping in the Chorus Mountains. I
Yeah.
have to be on night watch. My whole body's freezing. I don't even have a cold tongue. That's funny. He's at Halford North.
Pun alert! Pun alert!
Yep.
A stalker. Great. Now I'm cold on edge too.
Damn it, lurk. Yep.
Remember what happened to Vatoon? That's funny.
Frighted sister. Yep.
How could I forget the frighted Tristor? Oh, that's a. Vatoon must still be in hiding after I gave him that scare. Har har. So you won't have long to live. I have one. They're saying the 5 shall be 1. Pal. That's funny. That's good, man. A lot of witticisms in that one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how you find all these kind of cool things to make jokes out of.
Yeah. See, back then everything was fresh. I was doing stuff for the first time.
Yeah.
Now I can't do these same kind of jokes because I've already done this kind of. Right.
Well, there's ways around it, right? There's ways to.
But back then in 2007, the stuff wrote itself.
Right.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It was also in the second golden age of GREYHAWK still, because Living GREYHAWK stuff was still coming up. It was the kind of the end of that. It was things that stopped coming up, but we've had 10 years of GREYHAWK stuff regularly, so to speak.
Greg, yeah, you may not be afraid of high-level gameplay, but spaceships are beyond it for me, right?
I don't even have gunpowder, so spaceships are definitely out for me.
Yeah. Well, I'll do smoke powder, but I won't do gunpowder. So watch, it's gonna move. It's gonna keep on moving ever so slightly, the camera.
Now this issue, I love the cover too.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Really cool.
Do we know who did this cover?
Dean Oyabo.
Do not know who that is.
Someone that Rick found and hired. Because Mike is the art director.
Yeah, take on the Invoke Devastation. Yeah.
Rick will be coming on.
Oh, cool.
Really?
That's what he just told me.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
and we can ask
pump
him
the
about
brakes then.
We can ask him how much he was smoking when he did that last adventure.
All right, so just a preview on this issue.
Yep.
If you look in the forward, well, one, Sam has a lot of articles in this one, so we get to mess with him some more.
Okay.
Two, look at the forward because Rick makes mention of the current state of affairs with Paizo.
Ah, yeah.
Right. Yeah, because you're talking about Mark Castle's special issue. This is like the height. That's a huge. That was a huge thing after Isle of Dread. The Isle of Dread stuff came out. Then they went with the Mark Castle, and then they did some Mark Castle levels and issues afterwards.
Oh yeah, because they needed to. Eric told us he had all this stuff, so he needed to make sure because he knew like a year ahead what's going to come, so he needed to kind of push it out, get everything out the door. Yeah.
Rick managed to have this leftover level of Mark Castle that was not going to be able to make the magazine. He got it in Oerth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Or will eventually.
There's a lot of articles in this one.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yeah, there's the Tarascu edition and the printer-friendly edition. Yeah, you have the printer-friendly with white backgrounds. I have the...
Rick hates people's printers for some reason.
Well, that's why there were printer-friendly version with white backgrounds. Because the other one, if you ran them on inkjet,
I've never
3 pages
tried to
and
print out
inkjet would have
Yeah, but this
I would
shows
print
better
out
on
specific
the too.
parts, but never a whole issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sam, I hope you're ready for the new canon because that's coming. Sorry.
That's good, Sam. You renew your canon every couple of years. That's good.
Yeah. to adapt or die.
Yeah.
Just like in Moneyball. The Duchy of Almore. Gary Holian's mentioned here. Brandon Gillespie, John Jenks, Gary Holian. Special thanks to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of hands on this one.
Yeah, I'll say.
Including Gary.
And Adam Daigle, that was later of Paizo fame, still at Paizo, if I remember correctly.
I don't know him.
Oh, he's great. He's worked on tons of Pathfinder
who'd you say,
stuff.
Adam?
Daigle. Yeah.
He does one of the later articles.
Yeah, he's worked at Paizo for 20 years. He's done a lot of cool stuff. He's an early at Paizo, or at least 15 years at Paizo, and he's done cool stuff. And as far as I know, he still works at Paizo doing cool stuff. So yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Lise Quartz is another one. She was the art director for Paizo for some years.
I remember meeting her.
Yeah. So a lot of Brian Blomklotz is here doing stuff cool too. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a lot of folks that we still have around the community or done other cool stuff. So yeah.
All right. So this goes back about 900 years. It goes back to negative 300 CY, which is not ancient history, which is cool.
Yeah.
So,
well, I need to read about the Almor again, because this was part of my Rel Devin campaign, was heavily influencing what I did in my Rel Devin campaign. And now I haven't read it since I planned that one back in when it came out. Okay. Because this is a couple of years before I moved to California, or 4 years before. So I was already starting to plan my Rel Devin, going to Rel Devin.
Well, is this true? 587, Niron reclaims the lands of Almor, declaring it a protectorate of Niron.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, guys in chat, they're like surprised to see this article. This is one of the articles I'm talking about. I wish I was more conscious of what some of these people have wrote in the past, because something like this Almor article is super well informed.
Oh yeah, this was kind of went into what Living GREYHAWK did, because they basically split up Almor into a Niron part and a United Kingdom of Elissa part, and then the United Kingdom of Elissa part got split up in turn within the provinces of that empire as well. So yeah. Exactly, it's the protectorate in my 598 map. So thank you. Yeah, Rob. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, protectorate of Almor. Yeah, and the other parts fell under the Rel Devin, and some of it fell under Inspa, and some parts fell under the whatever that. Hang on a second here.
So what the Crandons fell or diminished in that?
Yeah, it fell under the Principality of Inspa and Rel Devin on the Alysan side, so to speak, and then most of it fell under the Protectorate of Almorian Protectorate, and then the I call it the Almorian Protectorate. Now I need to see what it's called on the official map. Let's see here.
Well,
yeah, the Almorian Protectorate. Yeah. And then also some of it became a part under the Duchy of Womtham as well. Got a little bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like they went after Duke Sephron here.
Exactly. It was when they finally crushed him. That's when, because he conquered Almor and took it over and fought Niron and stuff for the Great Kingdom, and then they fought him to a standstill until.
One of the plot points that I saw in there that I hadn't remembered was Zephron's castle was built on the battle site of the Battle of Four Nights Length.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the blood crystal and stuff is there, and
that's the one.
Yeah. Yep. It's still on my map. It's made out. Yep.
Rick, we blew through a whole article without you. I feel bad.
Uh-oh.
Well, your spaceship invasion to GREYHAWK with some cool high level stuff in there.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Oh, Spire of the Frozen.
Yeah. We said it's a good GREYHAWK tradition. I said every 500 years or so, seems to be a spaceship that crashes somewhere. So someone should write an article where these things come from.
Actually, the fun little thing that I did with it is I pulled a little bit from Expedition. But my biggest inspiration for that was City of the Gods, which I actually used later on in a campaign, and the actual spaceship belonged to the City of the Gods.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So it wasn't an alien.
Nope, it wasn't completely alien whatsoever, but to them it was alien. So
right. All right, so we're on Almor here, the Almor article.
Okay.
According to Valmoko, it's very good.
Yes, it was very good.
I'm impressed with how many castles and keeps are in Elmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been around. It's been a battleground for a long time, and important part of the Great Kingdom and stuff. So yeah.
Here's the blood crystal.
It's like the Rhine Valley in Europe is full of castles simply because every piece of land was very important. So you held on to it for dear life.
Yeah.
Like the Holy Land were full of, and Syria has had more castles than anywhere because it's been fought over. Gaza was full of keeps and castles because it's one of these places that have been fought over since antiquity. It's still being fought over to this day. So it's
a lot of towns.
Yeah.
Well, here's some artifacts at Almor.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a great definitive
Which
piece of Almor.
3.5 adaptations of existing items, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
For the most part, yeah.
Of Almor is.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Faith Stone though.
Almor seems to have got a lot of things to its name, so to speak. It's
lots of.
It was a place of high standards once, then fell apart. So I guess everybody felt the need to bring them down. You can't have the places that aspire to be so good that can't be.
Lord Lael Caroline Crandon, Sable Phlox, whatever that means. Do not know. Zirian, wrong side of the map there, Rick. Just kidding. All right, so decent map.
Yes, I believe that was another.
That's from that's from Living GREYHAWK. I forgot who did it, but it was a Living GREYHAWK. Nyrond Triad had that map made. I forgot who made it. I don't think it's an Amundsen, but I've seen several versions of it, and you used it well here. So yeah, it was one of the best maps from the Living GREYHAWK campaign ever.
That's one of them they actually sent to me. The whole article and everything with the map was all sent to me. So
yeah, it was a really good map. I used that for my base when I came to Nyrond, so it was a really good map. Both stylish and detailed.
Long tie-in with the people who want Nyrond out and Almor to rule itself again.
What's those yellow splotches?
Those are bad areas left after the war with hang on a second.
Duke Zephyrin.
Duke Zephyrin, thank you. Yeah, Duke Zephyrin.
So the country's Almor, the yellow parts are less.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Backloonish Delights.
So you have Onyx Gate and Blood Crystal and stuff. Those were his holds where he put down his last stance and stuff. So yeah. And he's a cool character. I like Duke Zephyrin. I used him a lot. He was one of my villains.
We're on 22 now, Baker.
Yep.
Do they have a great golf course? I had friends created based on a golf course 18 Kingdoms. That's interesting.
Oh, I bet Almor can have some great golf courses, but you have to use skulls to either as cups for your balls, or you can use them as balls or something. So yeah.
Dennis said balls.
Yep. I'm allowed to say that. I'm a foreigner. I'm allowed to say a lot of crap because I guess I don't understand it still. Yeah.
Ed Healy. Backloonish armies.
Ed Healy used to be frequent person in our GREYHAWK chats at night.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Cool.
He eventually branched off and did his own stuff. He had a Gamarati, I believe it was called.
Yeah, because I've heard of him in various places in the TTRPG worlds as a creator and stuff.
He did
so,
what? Gamarati?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Gamerati,
Gamerati, yeah.
Was it a podcast?
Or it was they had a podcast video for a while and stuff, but then it disappeared. Yeah, it was really big. It was like a news site for a few years, and then it kind of vanished. I don't know what happened. So yeah.
What's up, Mike? Okay. So it's
get out of my head. Get out of my head, Scottish Jeff. Get out of my head.
Azure Sapahan, Macampanum.
Okay, Jeff, Fairy Skulls. I should remember that. Yep.
Nice artwork. Whoever did that artwork, it's pretty nice sketching.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever did that artwork, that's pretty nice sketching.
Did you do that, Mike?
Yeah.
That one too?
Cool.
That
awesome.
One too? That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Bacloonish armies. Great.
Yeah. Inventory.
I like the headline Bacloonish delights. It's a great one.
Staying in that theme with Eric's articles. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool one. Trying to get through at least 4 of these today.
That artwork was Liz Quartz, who was one of the Were Cabbages. She was one of the people that was heavily involved with Pathfinder.
Yeah, I think she became the art director for Paizo later on. Or she worked for Paizo. I think she was art director, if I remember correctly. Yep. For a while.
Mike Johnson. Saboteurs of Gigantic Dimensions.
Okay, this sounds interesting.
Yeah. What is this about? Oh, this is
giants of some sort.
So the previous issue, he did an article that was kind of themed around the Slavers module we were discussing. Yeah. I feel this one might be a Liberation of Jeff. Am I wrong, Rick?
A little bit of into that. It's basically all of the giants, but it does have a primary focus on just the ones from Jeff. One of the cool things that most people don't realize is that Mike Johnson was heavily involved in the conversion of a ton of NPCs on my website, my old one, to third edition 3.5. So we had been converting characters over like mad because of Living GREYHAWK. Many people didn't have them. So we just went nuts with it.
What's he doing now?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Damn, he should come on. We need to convert again. We need more stuff done here. So yeah.
Yeah, come into the community. We're gonna put you right to work.
Yep. That's the thing. Yep.
All right.
As we just mentioned, slavers.
Yeah. Yeah. We're good at that.
That's who it is, Jay. Mike Johnson is the Speaker of the House. That's
yes, exactly.
That's who it is.
Not the same
one. Who am I thinking of? Who's the runner who wore the gold?
He's busy. He's too busy for growth.
No, they don't do anything. So we come to GREYHAWK community and get some work done. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to remember. All right, so you got some characters. Yeah.
That's funny. Yep.
That's Jerry Miner's artwork right there in the far corner again.
Okay.
So you had a lot of that.
Cool.
Funny little story. I've known Jerry for years. I met him through a friend, and he still does fantasy artwork and such like that. But I met him in the old comic shop he used to run, Asylum Comics in Norwalk, Ohio, when I was a teenager. So there you go with that. And
Asylum Comics. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
That's funny. Blazing Saddles. The Divine Slotty by Sam.
Yeah.
Or Sam Heresy.
The Cyan Slod. Huh. And he just happened to rip someone's arm off in that drawing there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here, carry this around with me.
This is earlier time. It's not today's times. A lot of things were allowed back then.
Are you kidding? I still allow them.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying generally allowed, so to speak. Kids today shouldn't. They couldn't understand what crap we got away with when we were younger.
Yellow Slod.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where apparently we dive into Sam's madness because these slot that he came up with are just weird.
Yeah.
Twisted.
But isn't slot supposed to be weird? That's the whole idea. They're chaotic, neutral, crazy heads.
But he created a whole new branch of slot.
Yeah.
And actually, he told you exactly where it came from in chat there too.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, slot protected property. Why? By who? I didn't know that.
But because they're published by TSR earlier on, so they had slots.
That means that someone else did them and submitted them and owns the rights to them.
Okay, there you go.
They're in Monster Manual, whatever, Folio, whatever, with the desk slots.
But the slots is one of these interesting outer planar things that you can do crazy things with. So
So let me summarize the slot for you.
Please.
The cyan slot swallow you. Okay, and then they spit you out and you're dead. Then you become the yellow slot. And then the yellow slot puts a little spore in someone, and then that person becomes a magenta slot. And then if the magenta slot lives long enough, he turns into a gray slot. And so it's some kind of twisted circle of life.
So that's
and the fun part that I always got to giggle out and giggle to myself is if you don't have all three, your printer doesn't work.
Yeah, you really put each page here kind of screws up each of the printer or the reservoirs for your ink
The magenta slot's got to survive.
Well, you have a CMYK, so each for each of the printer heads here. So
Yep.
Wow.
And the gray kind of takes all the black and all the ones at the end. So
These are CYM slide rather than RGP. Got it.
Yeah, that was a little joke that we actually played.
Yeah, they're these for print use, not for digital use.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You can have the other ones that screw with your monitor or something. So
So just don't get swallowed by the cyan slide and you're fine.
Yeah, don't get eaten, and I guess you're good. Yeah.
Nice.
Then you have to print yourself to life again. So
Origins of the Twin Cataclysms. Wow, look at this.
Oh, this is a Dennis. Yeah, come on here. This is a good.
You guys another beefy one.
Now we want to hear all the backstory of this one. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was some of Malden's previous work that I had pulled in, and I asked him, I'm like, can I do some stuff with this? I listed the 12 mages of power. I actually put in the third edition 3.5 epic spell for the Twin Cataclysms in here too. So you're gonna get to see that because you're looking at it right there. There's the Invoke Devastation.
You have the 12 Sewell mages of power here. So wow.
Thanks, darling.
Raid.
Everyone's coming in for Darling Creep Show. We do have a classic D&D reprint giveaway tonight. Whoops, that was a wrong button there. Sorry. I'm trying to shout out everything and give instructions for it. There we go. Excellent by drawing to get in. Thank you all for coming in. And we'll go into bones from when we're done tonight. It's good to see you. And Darling, I hope you're doing much better. All right. So the Invoke Devastation. So are there Bakluni mages too, or just Soul?
He does.
You'll see.
Oh, okay.
I do both. Yep. I don't want to give it away. I'm going to let you scroll through and see it.
Spell, Invoked Devastation Ritual. Okay.
So I got to emphasize here again, Jay. Rick does epic level stuff. When the epic level handbook came out for 3.0, they had a system in there to create spells that are above 9th level, and let me tell you, it takes some crafting to do. I did a couple back in the day when I ran an epic campaign, but Rick would do these at breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah, those were fun. I spent a lot of time researching it before I built it in.
Only Rick and Malden, only these two guys would actually stat the Invoked Devastation in the random colorless fire.
Wow. So here's the Bringer of Doom. It's a 6-inch square box shaped device.
Mm-hmm. That is the precursor to the one that is in the Magic Item Compendium right there.
Okay. Oh, and your updated Magic Item Compendium.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the precursor right there. That's the version that the only version that we had before that was a mention of it in Monster Manual 2, I believe.
Huh.
So I went and just built the whole thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like the 900-mile radius thing. I think that's my kind of spell range. I like to work with. It works on a large scale. I kind of like that.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
I like big spells like that. I don't think they have a lot of room in your campaign.
No, but it's more fun. You should see the effects going off, meaning the casting time should be like 2 days. So you have to travel really far to see if you get away from the boom before it goes off. So it's more like the wisdom of staying out of trouble, so to speak.
We would call that a FAFO spell now.
Yeah. Yep.
XP was much more. I don't know. You could use XP.
So the casting time, you have like you have like what it looks like the first day, the second day, the third day, and the effects leading up to the spell. So yeah.
So Jay, one of the things that I considered in that as well is that back in 3rd edition they had a lot of XP components for certain spells. Epic level spells, and I always thought that was, I'm going to just be blunt, complete horse shit. I put it in there because it was part of the mechanics, but in my games, you had to get the right components to make the spell work. It had a very specific components, very specific placement. It had to have maybe an artifact powering it. There was a lot of conditionals to it.
They got a lot of magic items that do a lot of awful destruction.
Oh yeah, but you can have fun with this, and then you can have a campaign where you have to screw up the casting of it, so you can kind of mitigate some of it or whatever and stuff like that. But the problem is that when you run it, if the players don't succeed, the thing goes off. So you have to plan for that part too. So
it sounds like Gary Gygax's book, where he just destroys GREYHAWK at the end.
Oh yeah, but so you should not. 900 miles is okay if you have like it's an area you can blow up really far out.
Well, just do it on the right side of the map. No one will give a shit.
Yeah, meaning it needs to be far off, so to speak. It's like testing nukes in real life. When the first time you don't know if the whole universe will blow up or just a planet or nothing.
We'll go over to Almor or Medesia and no one will care. So there you
go.
Funny thing is I had already had something in development years ago for my old Antarian project. The spell Desolation was essentially a smaller either Rain of Colorless Fire or Invoked Devastation. That's what it was supposed to be.
You should build in like some sort of chain reaction. If the dice go really bad, it could go completely haywire a little bit. That could be fun.
So basically the old theory that they had when they were doing the old Manhattan project, that that a certain nuke could cause a chain reaction and destroy the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. You said chain reaction, and then physicists sets up. Okay, when do we know these things stop? Meaning, what if they chain reaction every atom on Earth, so to speak, then and split them all? Because you couldn't be sure. So that must have been hairy to do those calculations. Must have been really hairy to. Do you believe your own calculations when you set that off or not, so to speak? Do you trust your own conclusions? That's when you need to know you're good at physics. Damn. Yep.
Yeah, I like that deep thinking type stuff, and
me too. I love that's fun. That makes for a fun campaign. As Jay said
in the other show, he's just like, I don't know how Rick puts his mind around this stuff.
Oh, I love
one of the last shows.
I don't, because it's cool that it's statted up, but like, it's like how many?
It's a big world.
How many Tarrasques can you kill? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like,
yes.
what?
That's something you need to find out.
Yeah, this is not. This is like, oh, you're walking down the street and the fire
this is
just sitting there.
Yeah, but this is beyond the Tarrasque, so to speak. So this is something that this is what you do to kill a Tarrasque.
So these are rituals, though, too. You couldn't just have one caster. No, just for the invoked devastation. I believe it had to be 12 to 13 different casters.
Yep.
So I liked having the number of 13 casters, like 12 casters, one main caster, and then 13, 12 others boosting it.
Right, and Antonio Banderas was the 13th, right?
Yeah. And realize that the world has 4 dimensions. You have the X, Y, and Z, and then you have time. So you can always try to escape from the boom or mitigate the disaster in all 4 dimensions. So
yeah, it's like
And in the fantasy world, you can invent a few other ways of getting around it somehow.
There are spells that exist that get to the point, and items that exist that you destroy a campaign right off the bat. Talismans of ultimate evil and talismans of pure good.
Oh yeah.
It's not safe.
But that's what I don't like about old school. The rules are so absolute. These things should be relative. It should be one against the other.
You don't implement them and use them. It's cool to write them up, but I'm not like,
Oh, but these things aren't as absolute as some of the old school rules. So that's why I'm saying these are relative, one relative to the other and stuff. So yeah. They can have vast areas, but they might not be that powerful. They don't wipe out everything within that range. Only partial, so to speak.
So somebody mentioned in chat, like other artifacts like the theater parts. All of those are in the Magic Item Compendium that I put out too.
Exactly. Yep.
So awesome. You have pretty much everything that was ever dreamt up for the most part that hit the page was put in there.
Yeah, it's so cool. So yeah, thank you for all these compilations and this. And even if you don't ever use it this way, it's so good inspirational because you can build from this and you can hint at it and you can and
you can use it as lore.
Exactly. You can use it as you need to hide one of these things so it never gets used or whatever or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for this next article. For this next article, I want to tell my friends to get up, go to the bathroom, get something or something. Do not see this article.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, Adam Tague.
Yep.
So this is the drip.
He actually works for Paizo now.
Yep.
Still to this day. That's cool.
Yep.
Yep.
I met him. He's an awesome guy, and he's
this was one of his first. This is actually one of his, this one and the Gleaners, which he probably ran across. Gleaners was his first article ever published.
Okay, cool. So this was his entry
that was his
into
first
the
thing.
Business. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Because I gave him a chance, and I told him, I said, dude, tons of people see this.
Coop, we gotta go to GREYHAWK online and for Earth Journal download.
I'll see if it's online. Otherwise, I'll find it. Yeah.
We're still on 22. Gap was done. Swarms of the whole.
Let's see if it's back up and available again.
I think it was. If not,
if not,
I might have to start.
They're up again. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So using
I was gonna
some
say
of
if
the
they
stuff
weren't.
is what you're saying?
No, I would like to use some of the stuff.
Wrestle the Hunter. Or the fairy to consult with giants.
He's telling his players to get up and wander off, please.
Oh God.
Well, it's some cool stuff.
So what is the
that piece of artwork right there is mine?
Yeah, it's some monsters and some individuals.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So got a piece of art that's mine in there too. So
cool. Yeah,
so if anybody actually wants to see what my stuff looks like, they can see it.
Male Hefe Forest Giant Scout. That's a lot to say. Is that yours?
Yes, that's mine.
Cool.
Is that Gresseril?
It was one of them in there. They just said you need art for this, and we don't have it. And I'm like, I think I drew that in about 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So
cool. So some cool characters for that area.
Yeah, the Sturgy Swarm is the main thing I
nice.
keyed into. I need to adapt that to 5th edition.
Like
So
yes.
it's got its own hit die. The whole swarm. Ew. That's disgusting. That's the one thing about Sturges. They attack as 4-hit monsters, but they only have 8-9 hit points. You know, but that a swarm would be a little more difficult to deal with. So
you can do cool stuff with Sturges. Yeah.
I did not ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
That's Jerry Minor artwork again up top.
Yeah.
Okay. He did a lot of covers.
Jerry Minor did a lot of the art on the last issue.
Very, very nicely done. All right, the constellations of Greyhawk. Yeah. Now this
is. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Anna.
I was going to say we tested the CS tear gas on mosquitoes. They didn't like it, so yeah.
So
the mosquitoes were so bad in northern Sweden. Someone say, "Have you tested tear gas? And see if they worked." And you place that out, and they definitely didn't like it. So it might work it on Sturgis too. So,
did Andy update this, or did Roger Moore update this article?
Andy first developed that article, I think using some originally of Roger's initial work, and wanted to present it in Oerth Journal because he had pitched it towards Dragon, and Dragon was on the way out. All of these issues should keep in mind basically everything from about 20 through 25 was all at the tail end of 3rd edition.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So you're hitting the tail end of 3rd edition.
Yep.
Yeah. You're hitting in the tail end of 3rd edition here. So a lot of these people
I can't wait to see if there's any 4th edition shit in the upcoming Earth journals after that.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Or maybe.
I'm sorry, I can't do that, Jay.
You didn't. I was just curious as to what happened.
No, actually, that was the biggest thing is from about 26 through 29. It was like the vacuous space. 4th edition, basically just nothing. There was no submissions whatsoever, just leftovers.
Yeah, I used to cover 4th edition stuff on my blog, and it was like tumbleweeds. Even if official stuff was rare, fans were doing nothing with it.
Yeah. It was a big rift in the D&D community, and people didn't know anything, and
There's a lot. So he's got a lot of constellations, a lot of stars. Very
cool. And I think he did update this again.
That's what I thought.
Later,
this was updated.
Yeah, I think he updated it again in a later Oerth journal. Because the type of star chart and map that we would have had to do, you could see that is a very basic version.
Right. Yeah.
And that was me taking his version and trying to put it into a visual representation.
Okay. Groomsh. Zayath rule the Olven kingdom of Asternix.
Yeah, where's
Sam Heresy.
Yeah.
Sam Heresy. Rick said it, not me. Where is this?
No, I tease about that all the time. So
this is old history, my guess.
When
they divided the Flanders amongst themselves.
Okay, it's the Adri Forest, the Gambos Forest, and Celadon.
No,
it's an elven kingdom.
When they were all connected.
Yeah.
And it's 5,000 years ago, or their equivalent. Over 5 millennia ago.
Okay. Old history. That's good.
Yep.
This is built around the Sargent era legend of Darna Kurin, the Sword of Hunger, and the whole City of Summer Stars.
Okay. And the cool map
which was actually in, I think, an earlier Oerth journal that I did, that City of Summer Stars adventure.
Yes. Absolutely.
That thing was fun.
Alrighty. All right. So we got just some background. Hunters, hunters, forest, wild elves. So what's the deal? So it's just background history on
ancient Elven Kingdom stuff.
Although the Taraski were broken. See, some of them destroyed. All right. So what were they fighting? The Sul?
The Taraski are the necromancers from the northern great, like North Province, Trask River area.
Okay.
Hey, Curtis.
What's up?
Hi, Curtis.
Curtis. Okay.
And real quick, I believe Sam did another Elven Kingdom in a later issue.
Okay.
I believe he did.
This is not a one of one.
I think he did the area by Selene, if I'm correct, but it's been quite some time.
He did. That is. So is this the one that you said was even higher than the previous one? There, Mike.
Right. So Sam does the kingdom, and then Rick does a epic level module set in said kingdom.
Yeah. So you have Duicarthan.
Yes,
CR25.
He goes there.
Yeah. This is actually taking off of the old adventure hook of Duicarthan. I actually developed the whole thing. It's right there. And this, Jay, you would run your players through if you hate them.
Yeah, Jay, if you want to end your campaign, run this module.
This is the one that you run Curtis through.
I don't hate Curtis.
I'm just playing.
Curtis has the ultimate anti-hero. Sam hates Curtis.
I know. But that's why he would love this adventure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. By the way, let me just see if I have that on here. That doesn't say that. It said it on my post today on Facebook. There's our 5 guests for tomorrow night, and there's a very special guest, which will be running late because of being on the West Coast for tomorrow night's game. So there you go for the Halloween special. I don't know who that is, though. Yeah. All right. So Adventure Hooks. Allies of Morning Canaan. I'm just saying that they have not. Oh. Oh, good map. Excuse me. Very nice map.
Actually, that map was taking the original map from the adventure and Photoshop. That's Photoshop.
Okay. Dun, dun. What do you have to do in the adventure? Give me a synopsis.
Essentially, the breakdown of it is that you are breaking the curse. You are taking the sword away from Duicarthan.
Okay. Yeah, just the first encounter
you are taking hunger.
That's part 1 of the module, though.
Yep. Part 2 is where you release the spirit that is been kind of controlling Duicarthan, which is a Zixel. And if you don't know what that is, you're about to find out the hard way.
Jay could take 50 players in his campaign and not beat this thing at the same time.
50 of my old school guys loaded at the gills.
Probably not beat this thing.
Wow.
No.
Holy jeez. I like that art piece there. That's pretty nice.
I believe that's more Liz Court's art.
Yeah, it's got that feel to it.
Yeah, you have the
people
CR36. Now we're talking. Yeah.
Of course, Sam knows what those things are.
A colossal outsider. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Think of it like a colossal ice elemental demigod.
Yeah, when you have spot 7+76, that's kind of good on the armor class 58. That's
hit points.
That one's my art on
1,686. That's 72 hit dice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damage reduction 20, good or lawful, epic, adamantine, fast healing 30, regeneration 30. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's going to take a lot of hero points to beat this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It only has reach 50 feet, so it's not that bad.
Only.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Base attacks and plus 76. He will hit you at whatever.
And I used to run epic campaigns.
Yeah.
Like, I never ran this module, but I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, this one, if I were to update it, I could possibly update this adventure to 5th edition. And it'd be
well, if this was updated 5th edition, I would send my current character 8th level campaign at this thing.
Yeah.
Just to be.
That's funny.
Just to be mean.
Yeah. Could summon white dragon 5 times a day, so just in case if needed. Yeah.
Yep.
5 times a day?
Yep. An old white dragon 5 times a day. Yep.
What
just
if he
in
gets
case.
killed the first time? You summon him.
Well, if he's really angry, he can make sure he kills you. So yeah. And your grandkids and all that. So,
no,
yeah.
I'm saying if he gets summoned and he gets killed, you can summon him 4 more times?
Of course. Yeah.
Well, you summon it. Essentially, you're summoning it from a different plane. It's essentially a outer planar summoning. So
he can't die on the
dragon.
even if he dies here, he just goes back again, and you can summon him again, and then he can die again. So yeah, when you summon them, they can't die on prime material.
So very much like Age of Worms and Savage Tide, there are blessings that you get that will help you fight this as well.
Yeah.
So those you scroll by the blessings of Shadowfair.
I like it. Yeah.
Give me a sec here, Gary.
Monsters that have rend, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made my abyssal trolls, the large one. They have rend, with they have claws on their hind legs too. And when my players figured that out, that he grappled them and did that damage and do the rend damage. That's
Gary,
and those claws are sharp.
Gary, come on
that
today.
was the killer. Yeah.
Come on today. We know you're available, so come on.
So don't get grappled. Yeah.
When we're done this, we'll go right to 25. We'll skip 23 and 24. It's that simple. Right? You guys all in agreement?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
23, I believe, is mostly Mauer Castle based stuff.
All right,
okay, then we get that next
you're saying
time.
we can burn through that and then get to 20, skip 24?
If you want to skip those, go to 25, that's fine.
I would.
And you could always come back to those two because, like I said, one of them's a Mauer.
Yeah. Grey Comics, The Hungering. Oh my God.
Yes.
All work and no play makes Dark and Aquarian a dull elf. That's funny.
Oh God, yeah. We had so much fun with this.
So is that Vecna and who? Cord?
Yes, that looks like Vecna and Cord there.
Better. Yeah.
And the funny thing is most people don't know this, but a lot of the stuff from, if you're familiar with anything of World of Warcraft, I believe a lot of Arthas, if the Lich King was actually pulled from the Legend of Duicarthan and GREYHAWK.
No, really?
It parallels. Yeah.
I like that. Was the second.
Heavily.
That was the second add-on, right?
Third. Wrath of the Lich King was third. Because that's the one that my daughter used to sit on my lap and watch.
That was the last one
watch me play. Yeah. But if you look at it and you read the Legend of Duicarthan, you look into that, and then you look at Wrath of the Lich King, Arthas, it's almost dead ringer.
Mike, this is one of my favorite ones you did, man. This is funny.
Yeah. Apologies to Stephen King and
it was
Card Sergeant.
Fun trying to do stuff in theme back then.
Yeah.
I like that. Here he comes. Oh, I said.
And that's a Jerry Minor cover as well.
All right, so we're going to skip 23 and 24 for next week, and we go to 25 as Gary comes on. Woo! Ah. There you go. GREYHAWK Mix Volume 1. All right.
Now loading NetBot.
Yeah, that just reminds me.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? That reminds me of the old Commodore VIC 20 when I only had a cassette drive.
Yeah.
First came out.
Oh yeah, I remember. They used them for data.
I never had a computer with that.
Mike's worst nightmare. 3 of his friends on the stream. Why is that a nightmare?
I just can't.
Yes, I get to see
talk-
where he
I can't tell you
pulls
guys
ideas
about all
from.
the stuff that I'm doing in our campaign now. You know, it'd be a
Why
spoiler
can't
now.
I escape the bald Mordenkainen?
You never can. Never. 25th
Yeah.
anniversary Gary Gygax tribute issue.
Yeah, I
25th
think this is when he passed away, I think.
After 24?
When this was
right at the end of 24
Yeah.
when we were putting 25 together. That's why I put the tribute together.
Yeah, he died in. Yeah.
Thanks, Patrick. I was like, where'd the hype train come from? It didn't show any. That was weird. Who knows? Half the time it's stuff goes berserk. All righty. This is 2000. Is this? Oh, so all right. No wonder we jumped ahead because we didn't do 23 and 24.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
all right. That makes sense. So 74. Yep. Last year was the 50th. Yep. Okay. This is 25.
Yep.
Halfway through. Oh, look at that picture.
That was a very young me, Gary Gygax, and my buddy Aaron Green-Kale.
1999.
That was the year that I chewed his poor ear off, and he's just like the story we've told before. He's like, "Where were you in 1978? I was 2."
Alrighty. Where is oh, you're no longer art director, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's actually when
Darn.
when Wade had just started coming onto the scene, and
it
was trying to get artwork out there. He actually has artwork in this one.
So we got Gary and Dave died within 2 years of each other. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. All right, Marchland and Medesia. I just said that that would be a good place to evoke devastation because nothing's going on there, but I guess not, right? So
Surprise.
Creighton Barthurst and Paul Luby they'd done a lot of stuff in this era. So
yeah, very high quality stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So all I remember is from the second from the Ashes is what Medesia gave the Great Kingdom Ivid the finger or something. The guy, the censor, said, "Go screw yourself. I'm not providing you
censor
troops."
of Medesia basically said, "This is mine now. Too bad."
Right, and then
the Great Kingdom said no, and then you have Hassan's raid, which I thought was one of the coolest things from the Ashes was Hassan's raid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Medesia is like the Vatican of the Great Kingdom.
Yeah, just much bigger in sites.
Just much bigger in scope, and it has, all the law schools where they train the judges. So it's kind of like one of the cultural centers of the Great Kingdom, but it's supposed to be super decadent. You know, like women walking on your back, decadent.
What's decadent about that, Gary?
Well.
You ever been to CarryCon? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't scare me.
Or getting run over with a scooter.
But ever since the turmoil between crowns, it was controlled by the Hextorians. So it became a darker place.
Okay.
Yep.
Yuck. Alrighty. Talks with the GREYHAWK Wars here.
I would say if you want a campaign that's kind of like Renaissance Italy, that's probably a really good comparison.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you also want something that is not super good evil, but you can be kind of very, very gray, the whole thing.
Very gray, yeah.
Yeah, then you can do cool stuff like that. You can both sides, there's no real good side. It's a lot of backstabbing, anything goes, kind of, anything can happen.
And the weird little thing is that there's actually a community of orcs there that just want to live in peace.
We talked about them last week, I think we had Montesser. Yeah.
Sure.
And of course, they're not left alone, right?
Kind of at the end, I think. Well, yeah. I forgot what happened at the end of the Living GREYHAWK, but they were there at least. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. Medisia fell so far apart that I think
yeah, I think they kind
probably,
of no one they forgot about them at the coast there. So yeah.
And if you take this and you pair it with the 9 by Carlos, you have a lot of material for a campaign.
Okay. Yeah, who's this? The Walker. That's interesting.
One of Sargent's mysteries, a child of Joedi that kind of walks around the Great Kingdom, and it's something of a mystery.
It's not blue,
So,
right?
one of the smaller things I'm noticing is I'm looking at the layout style. I'm going, wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Rick. This was like awesome for the time you were doing.
Yeah, it really was. But I've come so far since then that I'm looking at it going, I could have fixed that. Could have fixed that. That looked better.
It could have been worse. You could have put those like lava backgrounds that the Peso people were doing.
Yeah,
some of those were okay, but I think they needed a better blend on it. They needed to cut down how much it came through. But anyway, diverging.
Ah, that's good. So when I remember the map, there was no towns at all. Were the towns added during this article, or they added actually during GREYHAWK?
There was Mentre, the capital, which was always
and then
Pontilver, which is at the mouth of the Flanme, has always been there. But I question whether that was really part of Medisia. I mean, it must be a huge economic important place for the Great Kingdom.
I don't think it was. I think but it's hard to understand really because it's kind of puzzled together
after raised in 584, which is early.
I think it's part of it.
The Overking did more damage to his own people than he was doing to the other.
He wanted to, like every authoritarian, first go after the enemies in your own ranks before you need to go after the other ones. So yeah.
Right, punish your own first.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
More ruins, Girthanol.
It's a very grim. It's a very grim, dark place. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. It's this and Rossi's, and there's a lot of cool campaign material here. You can do some really cool stuff with this.
So it says that Lisha and Relastra jostle for advantage.
Yes. Relastra has formed a coalition of coastal states as a counterweight to the other two kingdoms.
Compact, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a North Kingdom, which we all know, this kind of, Hextorian land. And then there's a South Kingdom, which is much bigger and more diverse, run by Zavenar. But then there's this third power node, which is the coastal towns that are probably the nicest part of the former Greek Kingdom.
Yeah, at least the ones that were least ravaged by war.
These are on the East Coast.
Oh yeah,
these are on the East Coast.
Yeah, the coastal lands.
And then there's that forest that is like the Robin Hood forest. What's that? Where all the people
Grandwood.
Okay, got it now. Yeah. Got it. I don't have the map up. I'm picturing it in my head.
The Grandwood is it's like a reverse forest. The evil fear to tread there.
Right. Okay. Got it. Cool. Face of Medisia. Stern Alia is mother of the Iridian war gods Hexter and Heronius.
Yep.
Who's the father?
I believe they're half brothers, so there might be two fathers involved.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And we don't know. Maybe Pelor is the father of Heronius.
Pelor, you are not the father.
We'd have to do a blood test. I kind of like things like that to be unsettled. I don't feel like we have to answer every question.
I agree. That's why I'm saying. When did Stern
If you want to do it in your own campaign, fine. But otherwise, just what's the need?
Is a very minor reference, I believe, from Tamoachan, a god of one of the pregens that Eric and I kind of.
Oh, that's right.
Scooped out of obscurity.
The cleric in there. There's only 3 characters. There's a cleric, a thief, and a fighter. There's no mage. Tamoachan. Yeah. Oh wow! I didn't even put that together. Good.
In another world, Gary, couldn't Stern Alia have just been a saint?
Yes, definitely. And I believe, isn't she just like a demigoddess or something? She's not a very high level. power.
It's also,
but
it might have been. It's like ancient Iridian history by now. So it's,
yes,
yeah, it's kind
And
of.
the thing is, in other areas of the outside of the Flanaess,
Yeah,
she might
she
have
might have
much
been
more
a
of an
major
influence.
deity 3,000 years ago or something like that.
Interesting.
And then before the migrations and before the Iridians came here and became the Great Kingdom and all of that. So before the Erdi.
it's like the Greek myths have multiple layers.
Yeah,
of gods.
what gods were before the Greek gods or the Roman
Right.
gods?
Sam,
So,
is that your speculation or is that published source? Arndt
That is
Spotter.
heresy. That is heresy.
That's heretic. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Sam for his heresy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's when he's at best, when he's a heretic. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the hype train, everyone. All right. Morning, Canaan. Rogues Gallery. And there's
and we have the Bolden Canaan here. So yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that was actually Jerry
what are
artwork
those,
too.
What are those buildings back there, Rick?
I just told him to come up with something that would look like the old City of the Gods.
Well, and it's
okay.
also there. We have the pyramid from City of GREYHAWK, the wizardly headquarters. That's one of them, and the other ones we have the other wizardly towers and stuff.
I gave him a couple different ideas, and I said, "Go with it."
And also one of the towers in the background might be his hideout on the Yatils, with the mountains in the background too.
The Obsidian Citadel, I think.
Called? So that might be there too. So yeah.
All right. So do you add anything here new and exciting that like is like Samwise new canon?
I try not to stray too far off when it comes to Mordenkainen because it was one of those things of stepping on feet. Yeah. I add some interesting little things to it. I bring some other stuff to it. For the most part, I try to keep it to the basics.
You adapt stuff to 3rd edition.
Yes.
Yeah, because I see you here have enemies. Igwolf, Turney the Merciless. That's from Return to the 8, Ever to Black. Ayus, Kerman Mindbender, one of the Boneheart, Rari of Ket. Tarek, Lord Robelar's brother. That one I don't know. I know Balaro.
Man, he holds a grudge.
Yeah?
Yeah. He holds a grudge.
Way back.
What happened?
Yes. That's actually from, I believe, if I'm correct, that came from Rogues Gallery or something along the lines.
That's not, but is that Rob? Who's playing Tarek? Is that
That's his brother.
No, that's his brother.
Terry Kuntz?
Terry
Kuntz,
yeah.
who
Terry Kuntz is Tarek.
Who created the Beholder.
Oh. Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did he pass?
I don't think he has passed.
I don't think Terry has.
I was going to say, I don't think
Terry was on Facebook a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I think he's...
Him and Rob don't talk anymore? Are they still... anyone know? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's family. I don't know that.
Try to keep out of that.
Okay.
Exactly. But I think he's alive and well. So,
okay.
As far as I know.
I haven't heard anything about him.
He hasn't been active particularly, but I was Facebook friends with him when I was on Facebook.
I'm almost in my 60s.
Yeah.
Jay, you don't look it.
Thank you. I'm getting 58 and a half, man. It's getting close.
You're still a youngster, Jay. Yeah.
Tell that to my hips, which are replaced, and
I can say that because I'm older than you.
Yeah. Obsidian Citadel.
His hips are only 1-year-old.
Yeah.
$6 million man.
Yeah. More like $6. Yeah.
Oh, you got the magic ones.
Yeah.
The 6 million peso man.
Yeah.
All right. Araj. I remember that name. And Felnerith. Do I? He's not at Mage Point, too. Who am I thinking of at Mage Point?
Tensor.
No. One of the guys there.
Oh, guys.
Aliston?
Yeah. All right. He's
Aliston's from Age of Worms.
Got it. Okay, that's it. All right.
You're thinking Agath, possibly.
I'm thinking of Eric's cousin. I'm thinking of Eric's cousin.
Oh no, Eric's cousin is last sighted in the Abyss.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She's got Mordenkainen up to 28th level in this.
So what made you choose that, Rick? Did you think
I took the
original?
Yeah, I took the original third edition and I built it up a little bit, more. This was something that Mike Johnson and I, the one who we saw an article from before, had been working on, and we agreed upon that this was where we were going to go for it.
Because we
wanted him to also be above Rari. He needed to be a level above or at least comparable with Rari.
Well, that's actually, I would actually take the opposite side of that. I think Rari was the more accomplished mage, at least in the lore. And Mordenkainen trailed him, and I think we had him as 20th in Living Greyhawk Journal 0. And I just feel like mages don't go up that fast once they hit, Archmage.
Rari was 26th, wasn't he? In Rari the Trader?
24th or 26th,
25th plus the Lyos Tone. I think he was 20, yeah.
And
yeah,
then
that might be right.
Mordenkainen in the Epic level handbook was about, I think, 27, but they never put in he was way up there. So I try to keep it as close to canon as possible, like I had mentioned earlier, but I made some modifications to make it balance better. Because in there they had him being able to cast certain things, and I'm like, he doesn't have the spell slots for this. You guys didn't put it in right. Okay, I gotta fix it.
I love third edition spell stats. Intelligence is 38.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Jay. I don't know. That stuff doesn't mean anything to me.
No,
hard to figure out.
What the fuck?
Without magical adjustments, third edition without magical adjustments, he was at 27. So that's something that I actually have in my just mind canon that I had memorized.
Yeah. Not in third edition, Soldering. You're not in third edition. Third edition was the end of torpedoes. So it's all good. Yeah.
You definitely have some cool magical items in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robes of the Iridian War Mage. I kind of like that.
The Silver Key of Portals.
Silver Key of Portals, the Staff of Fiery Power, the Oerth Amulet of Fortitude. I wanted him to have some unique things, just to show his experience.
Yeah, if he had gone into Mar Castle, these are things that he would have.
Yeah.
And you got spells that are from.
Yep. I converted all the spells too back then into third.
Cool.
And where they came from. I've always given credits on where
most
my
of
stuff's
these are from the one book. One or two of these are from
GREYHAWK Adventures hardback.
Right, or from a Dragon magazine. I think one or two of them are.
That artwork is the one that you just were about to scroll right there. Did you have up? That was Wade's.
That's Kit.
Yep. Hit now.
So Sitter in 77, I would say there's no rule, at least in first and second edition. It just becomes so hard to gain XP at some point. And your interests turn towards the planes of existence or immortality. So gaining what's the importance of going from 24th to 25th? Not much, but if you can become a shade or become a godling like a quasi deity, that's far more important. And usually you achieve that by becoming multidisciplinary and getting high in other classes.
And adventuring on other planes is a big one too. Yeah, and that is something that was definitely reflected in that article that Mordenkainen had been planes hopping since for quite some time now.
I'll give Len credit. He was the first one that really did articles on him plane hopping, right? Lehman was all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to explain why Lehman never was in the circle. Was Lehman in the Citadel? I always get him confused. Or he was an outsider to both.
I think Len says he wasn't part of any of these groups, but in canon as defined by, later authors, I think he was in some precursor to the Circle of Eight.
Okay. Alrighty. Look at that. We got plenty of time to go over this article. Seekers of the Arcane. First time, Gary, this appears?
Well, the Seekers are actually mentioned in other books. They're mentioned, I think, in the Living Greyhawk Gazetteer, some other Living Greyhawk Journal articles, but I think this is the first appearance of the organization as an article. This article is interesting. So I talked about this article like in 1995 with Eric Mona.
Right.
And it was always something that was like, oh, because he already knew what the concept was, but it was like, well, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And as 2007 approached, at this point, I'd already sent Eric a couple of drafts. It was going to be a massive article. It was going to have the Seekers, the organization, a lot of NPCs, a lot of magical items, artifacts. But as the 2007 last published paper issue approached, he basically said, you get to do one last Greyhawk article in the last issue. You get to pick what it is. And so instead of doing this one, which might have been actually a little more mature of a draft at the time, Rick and I did the Company of Seven one because I felt like touching on those figures, Kia Tom and Merlin and all those guys was way more important to get that work done than to get the Seekers published. Because the Seekers, while they're a cool, there's probably the third most popular thing I did after the Death Knights and the Silent Ones, but they're a little more easy to comprehend. And at that time, they were actually published now after the Pathfinder Society, which was basically very much an inspiration for what they were to become. So Rick and I then took the draft that had all this red ink on it from Eric, and we fashioned it into an Oerth Journal article. And it's kind of like the definitive write-up of the organization. Okay. And Rick helped with a lot of the crunchy bits, because I'm not a crunchy person. So everything you see there that's kind of crunchy is definitely Rick's work. And the idea was that I wanted to create, we had the Scarlet Brotherhood, we have some other secret societies in the Flanders, but I wanted one that was a little bit more like, and the inspiration was essentially the villainous archaeologist in Indiana Jones. Someone who's a competitor for what you want, magic, power, but may be dark, may not be dark, but he's definitely a foil. He's going to mess with you. So the Seekers were born out of kind of like the Great Kingdom had these royal explorers that would go around to Flanders and catalog all the things they discovered as the Great Kingdom was expanding its frontiers all the way out to the Backlunish West. And once the Great Kingdom kind of imploded and started to shrink, these guys were left without a job. So they formed their own society and started to look for magic in their own profit.
Kellic
There's one thing I would definitely.
Dragon Chess champion guy, the Age of Worms, he's a Seeker, not a silent one, correct? Kellic. K-H-E-L-L.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Yes, he's a Seeker.
Yes. Okay. And then I retconned a few other guys, like Mike's favorite, Eli Tomarast.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. My boy.
Yeah, and then the Paladin who discovered Hitmonaland, and a couple of other guys, Rory Barbosa, who sailed to the Isle of Dread. So they have some accomplishments under their wing.
So they're not all bad.
No, absolutely not. No, they could partner with PCs. They can work against them. They can work with them. They're true foils in that sense.
So, as I was saying, the one thing I would definitely add to this is that Gary and I had this draft that we'd gone over multiple times. I think I have at least 20 different versions of it on my hard drive still. It went back all the way to about 2005 when I got involved into it. And it was originally all slated for Dragon. We had it all set up. If I had to pick any article out of an Oerth journal that is canon worthy, that was pretty much all ready to go for Dragon and that should be canon, it's this one. This is the one article that I would say it should be grandfathered in.
It was edited by Eric Mona already. And approved by him. We were gonna definitely run it. It's just by 2006, 2007, I thought it was going to last forever. I thought we were going to have chances to publish GREYHAWK material for a long time, so I wasn't in any rush. But I should have probably been in a rush.
And then it kind of closed in on
almost overnight.
Yeah. The ironies of saying that now, Gary. Right?
Oh yeah.
I love this. That I think that is. We went over this in a previous discussion. This is the Malden map C27. I think I have something in that building, which I had to move.
Now you have to move it. Yep.
Well, we needed to move it anyway because there was another one that's actually in town. Malden and I changed that one to a Seeker's Outpost.
Okay.
So you could still use it.
It was pretty fun. So
I don't know what years your campaign went from, but in mine would have been 591 to 598 that became a Seeker's compound.
Do we have a year that they were founded?
I believe in the mid to early 300s.
Okay, so they've been around a long time,
right? Yeah. So when Friarandi left the Great Kingdom in 254-ish, that's when things started to fall apart. And I believe they were founded in Ernst, so they're very central to the Flanders. They'll have, of course, the city of GREYHAWK chapter house will be a really important one, but there's ones in Gradsel and Relastra, most of the important cities of the Flanders.
The tower outside of the capital in Kielan's a Silent One's tower, not a Seeker's tower.
Yes. No, they would be considered enemies or rivals at the very least.
Completely different sides of the spectrum.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. We got some names here. Oh, look at that. Malden's in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that.
And actually those third edition stats, the levels, I approached Malden for those directly. Those are directly from him.
Right, but he probably is like, he's like, I'm never going to play third edition because he still doesn't to this day. I'm just going to go for it. Rogue 2, Fighter 1, Wizard 10, Eldritch Knight 9, Archmage 2.
I was going to say, what kind of munchkin combo is this?
That's worse than that's almost as bad as anything Casey ever did. Oh my God. Holy jeez. All right, Malekith.
Yep, that one's my iconic.
Yep.
That was one of them that, like I said, that definitely went in. In fact, actually, we're using the name Malekith for our magic items and spells article headers for GREYHAWK Journal.
Okay. Ayana Clune, I know her from somewhere else. Did you put her? She's not at Mage Point now, is she?
No, she's not at Mage Point.
Okay. Where do I know that name from? Maybe it's in something other future. Someone put it in an adventure. Rogue, Wizard, Arcane Trickster. Okay, that's a multi-class Mage Thief then, right?
Yep.
Who did that artwork? That's pretty cool looking.
That's Jerry again.
Yeah.
Jerry Minor.
Jerry's good.
Is he still around?
Yes. Yeah, I actually still have his Facebook. He does most of his stuff off of his Facebook now.
Gives me Red Sonja vibes.
Yes.
Maybe Anna, maybe we should reach out to him. We got some artwork we need out. Yeah. So, Rick, if you can you can Discord me his information. I'm
currently loading it up as we speak.
Yeah, his Facebook page. Just link it to me if you don't mind. All right. Sulik Mir, formerly Seer of Ernst. So in this article, who's the leader? Is it disjointed or is there a leader of the organization?
Every chapter house has its own leader.
Okay.
There's no one single leader.
So
the chapter house, the chapter house, whoever is in charge of the chapter house is in charge of that sector.
However, the chapter house in Seltaran, which is the old city of Ernst, is pretty much the oldest in the premiers. So if you find, you probably had the best library and that sort of thing.
Is that Duchy of Ernst?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, the Seer of Ernst is the villain of Ghost Tower, right?
Right.
Correct.
Seer of Ernst, yep. So that's just an extrapolation out. You figure this person has to be a seeker with what he was doing in Ghost Tower, right?
Yes.
Got it.
That was kind of what we came to a conclusion on that one about too.
Right, makes sense. Gradsel Seeker Lodge. Is that one of the newer ones? And Iron Gate. Makes sense.
Yeah, we decided to give a few examples to give something for a DM to launch off of.
Give me some ideas as places where you may want to see them in the future. Do not say Altamira. I don't care. I'm kidding, Gary. Where would it make sense for future seeker lodges to appear? In fact, I wouldn't mind
Kester.
Kester?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, they need some urban infrastructure to kind of work. So you wouldn't probably find them up in the north, any of those nomad barbarian lands, except as, adventurers. But the chapter house is mostly around the central planets.
Okay. I'm looking for
I can name one right away off the top of my head, especially since Age of Worms. Alhaster.
Huh.
Prime opportunity right there.
Ooh.
Thanks, Patrick.
I was gonna say BB Fan Fun. We actually did develop GREYHAWK backstories for all the D&D iconics. Eric and I love those characters, and we did a lot with them. And you, of course, probably saw what's his name? Warduke in the material for the Shieldlands, the Horde Society. So some of them are a little more obscure, but we we had fun with that. Maybe one day we'll publish whatever we never got out there.
Yeah, Patrick, thanks, man.
And of course, Melf the elf is one of the iconics.
Okay. Well, we'll see, Gary.
Well,
we'll ask Luke. How's that sound?
Those were put out in the early '80s by his dad, so I don't think he has anything to complain about.
Yeah, it would make sense, but Melf has his own new organization now. So.
No, that has nothing to do with calling them. The iconics are the ones that were published as mini figurines in the early '80s.
Yeah.
They don't have any backstory, really.
Cool.
And some appeared in the cartoon.
All right. Nice. Verbabonk, huh?
Scroll up just a second.
Yeah, please.
Monotone Dark Shadow. I know he's up above the picture there. He's actually from Antaria.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the few members that came from Antaria.
Huh. Oh, there he is. High Elf.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
That is deep. Because he's in 10.
Yep.
Nice. Very cool.
And that picture right there that's by Jerry is actually a self-portrait.
Well, that's
what he looked like a couple years back.
Great artwork, man. That is awesome. Awesome artwork.
Yeah.
Passage to Isle of Dread. Spies of the Holy See. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, some adventure hooks.
I love that. I love adventure hooks. Mad Baron. Rumors have it once member of the Seekers is used. The Obsessed Explorer. Huh. That's awesome, man. Always room to add to it, right? In a future article.
Oh, there was a lot. Yeah, there's a lot that had to be cut here. I think a few years back I put the some of the tomes that were adventure books that they were looking for. One that they most desired in one of those free RPG Day things. So I may take that and put in a future vision.
Let's go through this. Mike, you use any of these because you're running there?
Nope.
Side trek locations in the atolls? Okay. I'll keep my mouth.
I didn't use it. I did not use any of these.
Yeah. All right. This is Rick again.
Actually, those were mentioned in Forgotten Temple of Thuristan.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they weren't all fully developed, and I just kind of went hog wild with it.
Right. Only a couple were.
And the map is a very heavy Photoshop too. I'm sure Anna can recognize that right away.
That's the
That
original
map is super photoshopped.
outdoor map, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go through this real quick. Get through this last one.
That dragon's my artwork.
Oh, that's nice. Ilvitrius.
Yep.
What is that? Black?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a blackish shadow dragon. Yep, it's like a blackish shadow dragon.
Yeah. Return to the Forgotten Temple of Tharisden next issue.
Shadow dragons.
It looks like an evil puff.
Tomb of Return. Tuarni the Merciless, who is a weird villain in Return of the Eight. It's strange. You know.
Yep.
The connection in there. Did you elaborate a little bit on it?
I kind of just went with more of his back history and kind of getting to know the actual character.
Okay.
Because we had nothing basically on this character other than just basics.
Right.
Mike provided a lot of insight and stuff because we actually linked him more over towards the old Bacloonish lands and all.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember why, but yes.
Well, yeah. the iron flask.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
The iron flask feels like some kind of a genie container for some reason.
It does.
So I endorse that. It sounds like something Bacloonish.
Deities of Lonacar. Huh.
Oh, Lonacar.
I didn't know that there was an article or deities about that area of the sea, off the Sea of Dust.
It's cool because Amy Crittenden made an article about Lone Car in the later Oerth journal. So yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. In a head.
Yeah, nice this is a kingdom, a small kingdom of soul survivors that didn't go towards the east. They went west.
Exactly. They're in the western end of the Sea of
When did
Dust.
Lonacar first appear or discussed?
It was discussed, I think, on GREYHAWK in the late 90s, maybe.
Okay.
Nellisir published it. And then, as you say, Amy did a follow-up recently.
Right.
Yeah, and that's Nellisir's right there. So this is him going back and reviewing and adding to it.
So it's always been fandom.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Fanon. Okay.
It's what we like to call sometimes fanon.
Fanon.
It's fan material that a lot of people treat as canon, like Mike's Ool, you know.
Well, it has also been kind of almost overseen by official sources, so to speak, in that sense. Yeah.
It's just
Altamira's fan, I would say.
Yeah, but Melkot is canon because it's on the freaking map from third edition.
The location is but if Dennis ever puts out like a
he never put it
or a box set or something,
not yet.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
That part
not too late. He might retire someday, and then
Mike. So Mike, no wonder you weren't doing cartoons in this one.
No cartoons in this one.
No, that's actually he didn't have a cartoon for that one. I had asked, and he looked over a lot of the stuff, and he was swamped at the time, and he just said just couldn't do it at the time. And I said that's fine. It was that post 2008 stuff, and I think you were still. Were you still at the hotel at that time?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, you were swamped for some reason. I had asked you, and you said no way. I can't get that out. I have this, and this. I don't remember what it was.
Mike was too busy with his NBA gambling ring.
That's awesome. So we have some. That was fun. We got through three of them.
Well, here's what you're going to find, Jay, that as you go, the Oerth journals are more chunky.
Yep.
They've got a lot more material, a lot more lore, so you might have to slow down the pace a little bit.
That's okay. That's all right. We're not in any hurry. This really helps me during the week of work and all that, knowing that, I don't have that much prep to do on Wednesday night. So,
definitely.
But I'm glad both you and Rick could come on. For this.
Thank you so much.
We're going to do 23, 24, 26. Rick, which one do you go up to?
23, 24, 26, 27, if I'm correct.
Okay. Well, we'll try
and I believe I believe 28, if I'm correct, was the first one that Wade took over for. That
It's
was
just
the
the
one
one
that
the
was
Gary
released.
Con. What's the Gary Con edition?
That's what I think it is. It's the Gary Con edition. I'm looking it up to make sure that I'm
So
actually correct.
There's that big of a gap.
Yeah.
But how many years was it not published?
It was like
2016 was the last one. We went from 2009, and this should tell you, like I said, how the contributions were going. We went from 2009 to 2011 to 2016 to 2019.
19 is the first one he did.
He did the one in 2019. That's issue 28.
Hold on. I think I can stretch over here.
Working them hips.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Rick and Mike, we should do the Cannon Fire Chronicles issue. That could fill a whole episode.
That's a throwback.
Yep.
Is that the one with the chick being melted on the cover? What was that?
Yes, that's Jormy on the cover.
Oh, that was really cool. Yeah. I found that on a download before I was in the community. I was like, wow, someone's putting out some decent content. Yeah, so this is 28, right?
Yeah.
That's my first article in 28.
Nice.
So if you do 23, 24, 26, 27, you'll have everything I have knocked out.
Okay, and that'll get us to that point, and like it's the modern era, 2019.
Yeah.
All right. So next week we'll try and get the final 4 that Rick did done. So Rick, if you're around and not working or come on late, you can. And then we'll get.
That would be awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
I work, but I can probably pop in before work a little early because I don't go to work until 10 o'clock at night. So I've still got about a good 42 minutes before I have to be there.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. So final thoughts tonight, everyone. Let's go.
It's awesome, man. I'm so amazed that I forgot so much about what I read 10 years ago or 15 years ago or 20 years ago. But it's, I need to read them again.
Yeah, it is an amazing phenomenon. Like, how many reads does it take to get something to commit to your memory? Like,
I've read them at least twice. I know I read them at least twice. Yeah.
I know I had in class almost every day when I was going to school. So that I had committed to memory, and then up to Living Greyhawk. But then after Living Greyhawk,
I think it's the thing that now we put 2 and 2 together because we have way more to hang up the knowledge on. So we skimmed over, didn't understand now we can go back and that's how this is connected and stuff.
The other thing is that back when we were, all Gygax's material was not as much word count as all this fan material.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Pezo's publications, and then all these Oerth journals have, so many dense articles. It's a lot more material.
Yep. Yeah, I can understand. I can tell that the last 5-6 years, I understand GREYHAWK more the last 5 years than I had the previous 30 some years that I worked with it, so to speak.
All right, let me. So, anyone else with a good final thought here? This is a fun discussion.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So, thank you all for coming in, and thank you everybody for this is awesome.
Rick,
I love this.
Thanks for soldiering all those years.
Yeah, man.
Keeping GREYHAWK alive.
No problem. It like I said, it got towards the end where it got to be chaotic. Like I said, I was putting in my own articles, and that's, to me, when it became at least half of the issue was my stuff, it became time to start going, okay, are we going to get other submissions? What's going to happen? But like I said, Force put an axe right into all the submissions.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, you had the housing crisis, people working 2 jobs, getting their kids through school.
I think that's a huge factor. It's a huge factor because by 2000, people were starting to become empty nesters, and then they were free to pursue their hobbies again.
The big year was 2020 when everybody was at home. All the submissions came pouring in,
exploded again. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was huge for the.
That was the year that everything started taking off. Mm-hmm. So that that was great, but we had a good almost 12 years of just dead zone.
Mm-hmm. And then we got
you had
Twitch
stuff on Cannon
Show.
Fire occasionally,
Thanks.
I mean, even the participation on like cannon fire went down significantly during those years.
Well,
okay.
We're keeping it rolling now. So, like you said,
I need to leave in a few minutes here. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Anna. So, why don't just tell us what you got going on? You got Friday?
Yeah, I'm just going to say that I'm catching up from being really ill and conquered and all that. So there will be stream on Friday, and there will be some more posts and stuff. Hopefully before then. So tomorrow and stuff. So yeah. So mapping stream on Friday night as usual. So things are coming back to normal again. Next week there will be more posts and stuff. So yeah. So thank you so much. Yep.
I've got one thing for Anna before she goes.
Yep.
So Anna, we're working on Beyond the Flanness. We're gonna see if we can get your map in there, but we're gonna have to go for a higher res for some stuff.
We should look into that. Yep.
Yeah, I've got your old version, but if I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to put it up for people to, it'll basically be a pay what you want on DM's Guild for the primers.
Yeah.
But we want your map presented in the best way. The conversion we have right now.
We need to scale up resolution and stuff a bit. There's ways around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. We have.
I don't want to put your stuff up there with pixels on it. I don't want to misrepresent you in any way.
That's good. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
See you soon.
So,
Anna.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you again.
Bye, Anna.
Tomorrow night, the legend returns. The Overgourd.
Mr. Pumpkinhead.
The Overgourd.
The Overgourd returns. It's been a couple years.
Look how cool. How cool that mini looks.
It is. It's a great mini. This is Mike Disney crafted it for Reaper. Reaper produced it in Bones 4. Bill the Master Crafter painted it for us, and just some other scenery pictures were ready to go. Ready to rock and roll for this. And here's our cast, with one exception. The special guest isn't on there. My wife is showing herself in whatever she's wearing. You're desperate? So we got Tony Winslow, Bella, Star, Astrolier, and Korg the Mighty, with a special guest who will appear on late for tomorrow night.
It's not late on the West Coast.
Revenge of the Overgourd. I don't know what the hell that was all about. But no, the special guest was on tonight, so there you go.
Ichabod Fritz.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly. The giveaways are unbelievable. Lots of hard books from Frog God Games tomorrow night, so be on there for that. Yes. So shall I do drugs on camera? But yes, my wife cut a gummy in half. 1-to-1, or TCP to whatever. That'll be tomorrow night. Saturday morning, finally, the ever mysterious Tim City State of the Invincible Overlord goes. Myself and Patrick are definitely in it. We'll see who else. That'll probably run 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm going to run a second game in the basement with some of my other players in the afternoon. So we'll have 2 streams that day. And we'll have them. Then Sunday night, we'll have Gavin. All right. Let's see who wins. Exclamation point drawing. Here we go. Then we'll raid into, we're going to raid into Bones. And it's good to see everyone on tonight. Thank you so very much for the support.
By the way, Mike, you might have inspired me to update the Duicarthan adventure to 5th.
No. Oh, no.
Whoa.
By the way, big things happening on the project front. Can't go in a lot of detail. It's a reality, and it's better than we'd ever even thought. So, as we're allowed to talk about more, that's why I sent you that message, Gary, asking you that. We're going to dot our I's and cross our T's, make sure we don't have any issues. So, yep. Well, here we go. Celtic Boar, grats. Celtic Boar. You are in. Let me know, what you want. I got a Markland still here. I got the Gazetteer. I got Treasures. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Just I'll get with you. Yep. Just let me know. And let's raid in the Bones. And enjoy the evening rest. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate the support. Rick, thanks, man. I'll see you next week. Gary, you're always welcome to hop on anytime. You know that. And Mike, thank you. I'm
Thanks,
hearing
guys.
everyone's saying it's a Colts Eagles Super Bowl coming up, man.
What? Awesome.
That's what I'm hearing. If they can beat the Chiefs, you guys can beat the Chiefs. We'll see. So, everyone, enjoy. See you soon. Thank you all of Mike's friends for hanging out tonight too.
Yes, that was a rare occasion.
Setting the rate up, please sit tight. Raiding the bones. She's got her face all marred up for Halloween. That's funny. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Right, just make sure it went.